For these types of videos, I'm too lazy to do a proper intro, so hey guys, let's watch scary videos.
Wait, we are? I'm playing Minecraft. Wait, what?
Well, that's too late. You have to, yeah.
Oh, I
Go
didn't
to that
expect you to
clown.
just start recording.
Yep,
You
it's too
should.
late.
I'm eating my cheesy gordita crunch.
Good.
Apparently this
In his
guy was
first
put up to
video,
do something.
this
Oh.
house's Ring doorbell captured a man walk up to the front door in the middle of the night. But rather than
Ring.com.
knocking on the door or ringing the doorbell, the man pretends to do so.
Mickey Mouse!
At first it seems odd, until you
I
realize what's actually
guys,
going
I found a Lucky
on. Near
Charm.
the left side of the screen, a car's
lucky
Oh,
headlights
wow.
can be seen. It's clear whoever is driving the vehicle is making this guy walk up and talk to the house owner for a seemingly sinister purpose, as the guy obviously doesn't want to do it.
So what's
So
happening?
much so that he fakes knocking on the door and even fakes a conversation with the house owner.
Oh, he's
All
like
the while making sure the driver can see him doing so.
Oh my god, my
someone's, like,
internet's
holding
cutting
him
out.
hostage or something. Yeah, someone's telling him to do stuff, and the driver's just.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You should have listed your name and your address and stuff. Ain't no Matt lives here.
From the fake conversation, it's clear the driver wants the man to look for someone named Matt. One comment guessed the man could have been being forced to rob the place, but didn't want to do it, making him fake the whole situation and claim no Matt lived there. But to this day, the real motives of the driver are still
Oh
unclear.
yeah, this video is by Chilling Scares. So I'm just reacting to it.
This footage
Just fake
features a
chills.
random woman walking up to someone's front door.
There's a lady.
Dude, a random woman.
She just
Dude,
shakes her
literally.
fingers in the
She
camera.
breaks character so as not to draw attention to herself. After the car is gone, the woman can be seen putting her face right up to the camera.
You okay, lady? You on?
How much you about this woman was just being random
Watching
and
the
silly?
disturbing
She's probably drunk
footage,
or
the house owner would claim he had no idea who the woman was.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Okay, but like half the people that come up to your doorway,
Shows the
they're obviously
horrifying
random.
early stages of a fire in a neighbor's property.
It's a home, but
As
without.
the video goes
that's a
on,
heart.
you can see as the fire gradually
Yeah.
continues to grow.
Oh, there's a
So
fire.
much so that it eventually reaches the house with the doorbell camera.
What?
At the time of the fire, the house owner himself was asleep.
It looks like a
So he would be
slow-mo
woken up by
nuclear
multiple
bomb.
notifications on his phone, claiming motion
Oh,
was
God.
detected by his doorbell camera. After reviewing the footage,
lucky
the
he's
house owner would
alive.
frantically run to get a fire extinguisher and desperately attempt to put the fire out.
Oh my god, that's why I'm scared if your house is like so close to someone else's. Like if their house catches on fire.
Look at this dude. Ah!
Oh!
Find another way out.
This isn't disturbing, more just scary.
Yeah. Oh, he's doing it. Yeah. Yeah, it's spreading really fast. Just grab what you can and leave. Or just evacuate now, yeah.
Yeah, the person who said that,
But after realizing
He's
it was
not
too
listening
late,
to them,
the house
but-
owner would escape through the house's back door. It's pretty
Imagine you
safe to
didn't have a
say
back
that
door.
the motion-detected notifications that woke up the
Well,
house
window,
owner
probably.
saved his life that night.
yeah, he could have died.
That's why we have cameras.
This video captured a woman
And we don't.
frantically knocking on this house's front door.
I do.
As she
It's just
continues
not
to do
right.
so, she can be seen constantly looking behind her.
Why are
And
so many
that's when you
people, like,
realize
being
why.
held hostage?
A man walks up to the woman and proceeds to grab her firmly, telling her to get into the car. All the while, the woman can be heard pleading for him to stop.
Yeah, it's a kidnapping. I would knock harder if you're gonna get killed or kidnapped.
Yeah, like knock so hard that you feel like you're gonna bash the door down.
Yeah. Like scream as well. Like, 'cause if he's already walking up to you, like.
Stop, please, no. No, 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 please.
You know, she just probably got
Okay,
killed.
imagine this was like faked.
The man in the video was later identified to be 20-year-old Victor Kucic, and he would ultimately be charged with third-degree felony kidnapping.
Okay, so it was real.
Did the lady not die? Did she say-
Third degree burns.
This Ring doorbell starts off showing the house owner simply doing her laundry. Though, before she can even enter the laundry room, she can be seen pausing. And the audio from the clip makes it clear as to why.
Oh, I've seen this on like a show.
Wait, shh.
Yeah, she thought it was her kids or something, and then she
A
called
voice
the
can be
cops.
heard desperately pleading for help, though it's unclear as to where the voice is coming from. Clearly
Please,
disturbed
please, lady.
and worried it could have been
Yeah, and
someone
obviously
hiding
this
around the
person
property, the woman would end up calling the
seen
police.
her because
I looked around. I didn't see anybody out on the road or any cars or anything. So I
Any
went back
cars
to
or
my ring
anything,
video to make sure I
scroll
wasn't
through her
just
phone.
courageously hearing something.
Deep hello.
imagine it was someone who was like kidnapped and shoved in her basement,
Yeah.
and no one knew.
Who joined?
Danny.
Dan. Why is his profile picture changed to a frog? Why is he a frog?
Because Frog.
Why was I a dog?
That's a good question.
That's
Police would
true.
search the whole property, but find absolutely
Right, next you're
nothing.
gonna be a log.
And to this day,
A cog.
it's still unclear whose voice was talking,
A
or
pog.
even where it was coming from. A woman living in an apartment complex had reported
That would be
she had been
terrifying.
being
Oh
stalked
my-
for months.
What the?
Police would open
Oh
an
my God.
investigation, though there wasn't really too much they had to go off of. But
The
that was
glowing
until
eyes
the
are
woman's
terrifying.
ring doorbell caught the man approach the front door on a bike wearing a mask. The
That's
man
what's
would
the
actually
point of the
apologize
mask
for
is.
stalking the woman, though what he said next is pretty disturbing.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. Look in my face.
And
So
I
you just,
The
can't
man claimed he
stop?
couldn't stop, which basically confirms this man is not mentally well, to the point where, unfortunately, he can't help himself. To this day,
That's
the
sad.
woman still reports seeing the man in
Yeah.
her apartment.
To the point where, like,
like, okay, it's sad to the point where
This
it's
doorbell
creepy.
camera footage seems to have captured
it's
an
sad that
almost
some people just
transparent-looking
something in their
figure
brain
walking
makes
across the
them
house owner's
obsessed.
property in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
The figure looks to have no face and seems to slowly become less visible as it
Excuse me?
continues to move. The audio
He
from the
was just
video
the
reveals the
white
noise
blob.
of very faint footsteps.
faint. I can hear them pretty well.
Faint.
It's the predator, bro. But not the predator. It's actually just like it's a
After
cute
reviewing
Isn't the
footage,
Predator the thing from that one movie where
property,
like you
the house
can't
owner
make
found
noise
nothing
because it hears really well?
and it's
What?
still unclear what exactly
Pretty
was
sure
caught
it's
on
Bird
video
Box
that
or
night.
whatever. Or no.
It's still
This
unclear
happened
what it
to a
is.
notification
Bruh.
on his phone telling him motion was
Does he have a
detected at his
gun?
front door. And
Or
after
she?
reviewing the footage, this is
Yo,
what he found.
she wants to give you
There was an
cookies.
old woman with a knife just standing at his front
Oh.
door, constantly shifting
her
her
neck
body
is
weight from side to
extended, bro.
side. The woman can be seen awkwardly holding and looking at the knife, as well as constantly glancing all around her.
What kind of murder are you planning?
What? She looks like she's doing like she has to pee.
She's like, please let me inside so I can stab you and then pee on your body and laugh.
I think it's like she wants to like go to the bathroom in his house and
Kill
then
him.
stab him.
Oh yeah, because you can't see the
After a few
doorbell
more
camera.
seconds, the woman finally attempts to ring the doorbell, but seemingly can't bring herself to do it for whatever reason.
Why an old lady gotta kill someone?
Why do you literally look like you have to pee?
Just go to the bathroom at your house.
What is she doing?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't think she's mentally. If she's gonna try to murder the person inside, I don't think she's mentally prepared for the guilt of taking someone.
Look at her face. Look at her face expression.
After 2 minutes of footage, it cuts off. It's still
2
unclear
minutes
who
of
this
her-
woman was, or what caused her to walk up to a stranger's front door wielding a knife.
She just wanted to help him make steak or something, man.
After hearing his doorbell,
Wait, what if it
go
cut
this
off because
San
she
Diego
just
house owner would
froze?
Look at his doorbell
And I'm
camera
like-
through his phone.
Managed to
The
move.
camera revealed a supposed door-to-door salesman waiting outside. The house owner decided to confront the man with the doorbell speaker, and that's when the salesman claimed he was looking for the Robinsons' residence at 712, which was not the house he was at. After being informed of this, the salesman would politely apologize for the mix-up.
This is the Robinson's residence at 712?
He's offering me free
house.
$2.
It's 721.
Oh, I apologize for that.
Suspicious of the encounter, the house owner would send the footage to the local police department, who disturbingly, confirmed that this exact man was suspected of breaking into at least 19 homes and impersonating a salesman to do so. The man has yet to be caught by police.
Well, then why don't you just take the picture of his
figure out where
picture?
the Robinson
During the whole
residence
killer
is.
clown
Oh,
craze
okay.
of 2016, this Ring doorbell caught the exact moment someone dressed in a clown costume
This is probably
walked up to
someone who
its
just
front
wants
door.
to creep someone out.
The
though.
person can be seen tilting their head.
Yeah, people
and
like to
slowly walking up
do
to the
that a
door,
lot.
Yeah,
almost
people
the whole
like to
time
trick
staring
people with
directly into
that.
the camera. While it's most likely just someone trying to scare people, there's a
See?
small chance something a lot more sinister is going on here.
Dude,
Yeah,
why
it
do
could be a
okay?
thing where
Why,
someone is
if you
trying
were
to
being
break
if you were someone sinister like trying to kill people, why would you dress up as a clown?
Well, then that
Like,
way
that just
one, they don't
reveals
know
yourself more.
That they don't know your identity if you take the clown outfit off, and two, it's to strike fear because some people are messed up in the head to where they want people to be as scared as possible before they brutally murder them.
I mean, you could just put like on a face
Oh,
mask if you.
did he get seen by someone and just kind of walk away? He's like, oh yeah, sorry, my mom's
Yeah,
calling
you
me.
like, oh,
It's time for dinner."
yeah, sorry.
It's still
Go.
unclear whether the house
My
owner
friend's
experienced
finally on
anything
the
further
Xbox.
regarding the situation.
My friend's on the
Mom said
Xbox.
it's my turn to
Goodbye.
play the Xbox.
Most disturbing things caught at home security camera footage.
We're gonna watch the forest one
Aw.
because the forest is creepy.
Oh my god, my friend is playing crab game.
Oh my
What the
gosh.
heck?
Most disturbing forest findings caught on camera. Oh my gosh, guys, it's a sign! Did you see it?
Oh my
Did
god.
you see it?
Oh my god. Did you see it? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, it's right there!
Oh my
Oh
god,
my gosh!
dude.
Oh my gosh!
Halloween
I didn't want to
Project
skip ahead. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, so that's the whole video. The sign was in the forest.
Yep.
This first finding was made by hiker James Rankin
Sign.
in October of 2016.
Sign.
James had been hiking in Berkeley-Jackson County Park.
Berkeley
Across an
Jackson.
old campsite.
Birdly.
Birdly!
Disturbingly, all around the campsite were multiple different missing person
Oh, that's
posters
sad.
taped onto trees. The posters
Who's
themselves
putting
were
okay.
completely real,
And
featuring
okay.
real
And like actually, why would you put missing posters in the woods? No one's gonna find them except for the person that made them go missing.
missing people across different U.S. states. Upon his discovery, James would quickly start recording.
Okay,
Yeah, this could be some
deep,
mass.
deep in the woods.
Like this could be a
Sort
serial
of, we're
killer.
like
who,
on the
like, his
border.
base is
There's
here.
like there's a side of the
Or
woods
this is where he
where
buried
there's
the
people's
bodies.
houses. But I came to a trail
Amazing knife.
that led to a trail that led to a trail, up the hill. But I saw what.
Dude, that knife looks awesome.
Fire
It
pit.
does.
Now remember, we're still in the woods. We're still in the woods.
They're
right?
still in the
I don't know
woods.
what this is. Do you see the trees? The
He's
white
mad at the trees.
Okay. I was like, okay, these are probably no.
My
trees.
internet's cutting out.
Maybe it's something for the wildlife or something. Look what these are.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
The
Go to the websites for the missing people.
What
The what?
What's going on in here?
the rock cycle.
What? The website.
Florida.
Oh, I thought you
It's
said.
all different.
Oh wait, was that what I thought it was?
Sorry, my internet is just really bad
Is
and
it
cutting
two
out.
of the same people? No, they're not two of the same people.
This
It's
is
two people.
Utah, Florida. They're all different.
I thought I saw someone.
Every single one.
Missing teacher.
This one's
Oh,
from
no.
Georgia. And look at that.
Gorga.
Look where the we are.
You're just in the middle of like a strange,
Does something
clear-ish
like this.
area in the woods.
We got this one. And
There's
this
missing.
I
That's kind of creepy.
hell. He's on
He's a man.
Like, not just that this is
It's your dad.
Noblesville, Indiana.
He went missing because he went to get the milk.
Okay, I thought that they were gonna for some reason list that he was straight, and I'm like, what does that have to do with him being missing? It's me, guys! I'm missing!
Oh my god, we found you
Alright, you know,
from the
that's
from the
really funny,
past. What if you genuinely go missing in the future and you're gonna look like that? And like,
too. I don't want to go missing at all.
wait, did that say 9'4"? Oh no, it says 5'4". I'm taller than him.
I know it's supposed to be 6, but I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's 6. I was really happy to be taller than like a male who is 22
Damn!
or 28.
That's sad. that
26,
he
I
was
mean.
when he was
It
20.
looks like he video. Why do you keep skipping ahead?
Because whenever I press 1 or 2, that's my pause and unpause.
He-Man.
for
Noblesville,
OBS.
Indiana, right? Look at the tape. Look at the water damage. It's have been hanging up for a while.
There's tape.
Why is there this?
No, there's
cringy-
a
I
bunch
love
of
eating
missing
tape.
posters in the middle of the room in the woods.
What is this cringy thing?
It's
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Over
random
here in
people
the
in
middle
different
of the
places.
fire pit. That's
Just
a
more,
shovel.
more paper to eat.
Oh, shovel.
More fuel for a fire to burn
Wait,
the body.
what if underneath each of these
Police
trees
were
is where
right
the
off
bodies
the
are?
scene.
The paper's.
That'd be
James, however, was not
I
I mean, if it was
Guys,
endangered
investigation.
species, it would be illegal
This
to dig
discovery
up.
took
I'm
place
just
on
saying.
October 3rd.
It's where you hide a body.
According to James, the posters themselves did not look like they were set up recently. Later that same year, James would return to the
They should have
campsite,
waited
but
for
this
like
time be stopped by multiple
not
no
October 3rd
trespassing
because
signs.
that's spooky month, and they should have waited till
Well, I'm
Halloween.
not. First of all, I am not violating
Oh,
any of
that's
these no
stupid.
trespassing signs. I'm simply not. I came here only to show you and get it on tape and leave. From here, we can see down there. That's the clearing.
Someone probably saw his video and
Anyway, what
knew
they've done,
that they've been caught,
they
so they
printed
put
out
up
their
no
own-
trespassing signs.
no trespassing signs. Homemade. I'm assuming these are all legally binding. I have no way of knowing, so I'm not taking any chances. You can see they attached them to the trees with ordinary masking tape. These aren't even laminated. This is posted, private property, no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. And we've got one there, one there, one there.
How much you want to bet that it's not actually
The police said they're gonna close
legally?
their investigation.
It's probably not.
This
If
would
it's like
pretty
a
much work
This
murder.
the
entire
end of the
thing is
situation.
cringy and fake.
Except leave
No,
your
I would
paw,
bet
you're
like
not gonna-
I would bet like a good $50. Though
Back in
I'm not a betting
2013, a
person.
man named
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Phil
half
uploaded
of,
this video
at least
to his
half
YouTube
of
channel.
things in these kind of videos
The
are
video
fake,
features
but like,
Phil
you know.
out late at night in his neighborhood,
Phil.
located in Mission,
It's
Oregon.
usually when it's recorded by someone
Phil
who's like,
claimed to
oh
have
yeah, I
heard
got.
strange
It's when
noises
they're
echoing
out
around
looking
outside
for
his
something
neighborhood only a few
specific.
minutes prior.
Not when they
which
just
is why he
stumble
was
upon
outside in the
something
first
that's
place.
genuinely creepy and like. you
Once
can
he reached a
still
nearby
be,
forest
see.
that was only around 200 feet from his house.
Yeah, because
But
nothing
again,
creepy
he
is
heard
ever
noises.
found on camera.
And this
That
is when
looks-
he
It's
started
always
recording.
on
Really?
camera.
Why is that so
We
bright?
just have to trust
January
them.
21st, about 11 p.m.
The sun just decided.
What do you like? What do you like logging yourself?
Hey guys, welcome back to another
So
video.
weird.
Hey guys, give free V-Bucks.
Yes, buy
Man,
the but
Like, oh no, guys, I'm about to be melted by this giant.
Enhanced. I thought that said enchanted sound.
Oh no, guys, I'm about to be abducted
Hey guys,
by
if
this
you
giant
like the
bright
video,
light of
like
death.
and subscribe.
But before I die, check out
Quiet.
my free V-Bucks giveaway.
I mean, that almost sounds like
yes,
laughter.
because I don't want to die because I still have
Wait.
too much free V-Bucks in my account.
Quiet.
Gotten closer
I can't hear it.
since
That's true.
It's probably only
Oh, there's laughing.
200 feet, 300 feet from me right now.
Ina.
The
What if
recording
it's just
noises
someone
continued
else
for a
in their
while longer.
backyard? Like,
Yeah, it could be
playing
someone
Sounds of
just
gunshots
like
can be heard
not
echoing from
mentally
the
okay,
forest.
just screaming.
Or it could be someone mentally okay that's literally just having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, could be like a little drunk or something, like just kind of out with their
Yeah,
friends.
kind of like yeah.
It literally just could be a speaker.
Oh,
It could be. They could be watching like a horror movie or something.
Just saying.
Is that gunshots?
Oh,
Yeah, they're
like
probably
it.
watching like The Joker or something, bro.
Multiple
Yeah, they're
people
just
in the
watching the
community
Joker in their
itself have claimed to have
backyard.
been hearing
Or they're
similar
watching a
noises
horror
for
judging.
the
movie
last
where
2
like
months or
something's
so
laughing
leading up to the
and they're shooting
recording.
at it.
But just what exactly was making the
Like,
noises is still
you want to know
unclear.
how I got these scars?
okay, maybe they were okay. If it was actually something not that creepy, then it would probably be
This
like
video
some
features the
friends who were a
GoPro
little
footage
drunk
of
out
two
with their
dirt
friends
bikers
in the
riding a
forest,
Yeah,
like,
hunting.
and they're like throwing, and they're like
Throughout
putting
the
off
video,
like
the bikers
those
can be
like
seen
little
going at
firework
extreme
things.
speeds.
I thought they're hunting.
But
and they're
doing
just
this
like,
would
Or
quickly
if
prove
you
to
if
become
you get a
almost deadly.
balloon, it can sound like a
As the
gunshot
bikers continued
sometimes.
on the path,
Okay.
they were unexpectedly
Trust
met
me.
with a steel cable strung across
Instead
two
at a
trees
prom,
at
apparently.
perfect neck level for oncoming bikers.
Scared
oh
of
my
rich
gosh,
people.
At a
what?
fast enough
Oh!
speed, this trap could no doubt take the lives of anyone riding through that didn't see it.
Oh my god!
However,
What?
That is
the biker in the front
deliberately
did see
trying to
it
kill
and
someone.
was able to react
What?
quick enough to
What
avoid it.
happened?
A steel cable. These bikers
Oh,
are
I've seen that before. I've seen a bunch of other
Dude!
places who had that.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, like if you don't notice it, you'll just like get your head cut clean off.
Yeah, if you're going
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
enough, you could literally like get like snapped.
Oh
with
yeah,
that steel-
that's
You could get Snapchatted.
Almost.
Either that or you'll
It's
die
actually-
of strangulation
No.
if you don't get your head.
No, there's no
sliced
way
off.
that this was actually faked.
You know, someone probably, or either that or someone trying to
The
do like
bikers
no
would actually
trespassing.
debate whether or not to stay
but
and
they
wait for the person
ended
who
up-
set up the trap to come back. But they would end up deciding against this.
You know, you don't want to be
It's
around
still
someone
Yeah.
unknown
doing
who's
that.
responsible.
But it could have been
Yeah,
someone
you would
who
either-
just is really bad.
You would
at
either
no
be there for a
trespassing.
while. You would either be there for a while, or like be there
Andre
for
was a
not
man who devoted
super
his career
long.
to exploring the vast
Yeah.
woods of Northern
Why is
California.
Karen holding?
He
a
worked as his
Starbucks
town's
cup?
environmental service director,
Who is
so it was
Matt,
quite literally
by
his
the
job
way?
to spend
Like
time
the
in the
Matt.
woods.
I don't
In
know.
February of 2018,
Just
he
ra-
had been
just some
tasked with
random
marking
person.
trees. And while he
Oh,
was
who
doing
is-
so
who
deep in the
is they?
woods, he would come across
Who's
some
who?
makeshift cabin,
The person with
which,
the
considering the
mask
extreme
thing.
remoteness of the area he was in, made the discovery highly
Oh,
abnormal.
that's Shane.
Mark would of course get a closer look at the structure. The thing was only around
Guys-
8 by 12 feet
guys,
wide and 15
This is
feet
when
tall.
BuzzFeed
There was a lock
Unsolved
on the
people
shack's only
who got
entrance.
lost in the woods.
From the outside, there was
Oh
no
my
real
gosh.
evidence anyone was there.
Totally.
Still, disturbed by the finding, Mark would head back to get professional assistance.
Professional.
The next few days would consist of multiple attempts to contact the owner of the shack, but all of them ultimately failing. So, finally, upon revisiting the structure, the men would break open the lock to the front door. They would find a space that was
You know,
clearly
break
being
open the
lived
lock
in,
to the front
or
door.
at the very least had been lived in recently. The shack had its own furniture, a pot-bellied stove, a small library, and even a typewriter.
Set up a tiny camera like in the
Jars and
corner
cans
up,
of food
top.
filled the shelves.
Wait, a typewriter.
However, in spite of all
Ooh.
this, the search resulted in no further identification
Public
of the actual owner.
secrets.
Because the shack was illegally
Medicinal
constructed,
plants,
the
okay,
men
makes
ultimately
sense.
had no other choice but to leave an eviction notice on the front door before leaving. A few days later, the authorities returned to see out the contract, but there was nothing there. The makeshift cabin was completely gone. Whoever the owner was had deconstructed it, with literally the only thing left behind being an international squatter symbol made from charcoal. Many theorized the owner was wanted by authorities, and was therefore living completely alone in the forest, evading any contact with other people.
Evading
But whether or not this
They
is
did
even
pretty
close
well,
to
though.
true
That's
is
a
still
pretty
up
good
for
house,
debate.
though. They had
Yeah.
a typewriter,
The
they had
real owner of the
anything they
shack
needed
is
to
still
live. They
unidentified.
had books teaching them how to live out there, so I mean,
Dude, imagine how many people you've seen with like with their
This
masks
video
on
was captured
and
on an early
whatever,
morning in the
who are
middle of
literally like
December.
wanted.
It takes place in
Yeah.
Canada.
Like it makes it
and
so
features
much
some
easier to
disturbing
get
noise
around
echoing
like
throughout
that
the forest.
when it's
It's not clear
normal
what the
to wear a
noise
mask.
is.
yeah.
Many frequent hunters would report to have never heard anything even remotely similar.
Imagine being a criminal and you had
Hey,
like an identical twin and you just blame
Hey.
everything on them.
Oh,
Sounds like your brother, Milena. Maybe he's also.
okay. Either that's a man screaming or like a dog.
Yeah,
A
it's some
dog.
wild animal.
That kind of sounds like a man.
Well, yeah, but it could also be some animal that just we haven't figured out it exists yet. You know, because there's still like. There's
Or
also
what if it's like a
evolution.
wolf or
It suggests
something
that
that's
the noise could
literally
have been a
being?
wolf that was either trapped or left behind by its pack.
Yeah.
It's also possible
Or-
there's another animal, such as an elk or possibly a bull moose.
How would that be an elk?
None of
Boys
these
going
theories
like-
have been
Well,
confirmed.
they do sound pretty weird.
Or what if it was a man?
The man.
Like, it's very possible that
So
that
the
noise
main
could have
shooter
came
would
from.
The
upload this video to
boy.
YouTube in
Here
2013.
comes the boy.
The video's footage is
Here
from one of
comes
the
the
CCTV
boy.
That, 'cause I didn't
cameras
see
Randy
the
would set up
arms. I
around his
thought it was-
house, which was in an isolated area of the Rocky Mountains.
I just thought it was like a
The
weird.
whole idea
ripped
behind the cameras was to
bear.
capture
Oh.
the footage of the different wildlife around his property
Bear.
to then upload to YouTube. But on September 13,
Dude, imagine your
something
YouTube being.
completely
Ima-
out of the ordinary.
Imagine your YouTube
You
being
can see
so
it's a
like.
man
Among
walks
Us.
out from the
That's an
cold
Among Us.
darkness of the
That is an
woods.
Among Us.
Shut up.
Among Us.
Imagine your YouTube being so easy to make that like all you gotta do is just have a camera out and like just post videos of the wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to edit it.
Yeah, but like that's easier than like walking around and stuff.
Dude, what is this person doing?
Me and Cole don't have
It's
to
a
watch
woman.
that.
It seems like a woman, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
she's
arms.
gone.
Oh, is she trying to bring it to the dude's house?
Or you know that
Seems
might be
like
their
it.
house.
Well, no.
No,
because
'cause
his
he-
camera set
'cause the
he's the one
person-
wants to set it up around his property. It probably is someone with like a mental illness and they just don't know their way or something, or they actually got lost, or they've
Or
been
they're like
hunting.
genuinely like, or
Some
they're,
think the
or
woman was
maybe they're
lost,
interested.
or that her car had
Oh,
broken
yeah.
down nearby.
They
But
might
that
be
doesn't explain her general
genuinely
careless
lost,
mannerism as
trying
she
to get-
aimlessly walks around the
trying to
property.
save someone.
Either that, or
And
she got in
a
a
while
car
later,
crash
the
or
woman could be seen
something,
walking right back into the forest. After that night, the house owner would
Right
never
back
see
in.
this woman again.
Yeah, her car could have just been broken down, like, and she was like on a trip or something.
3 more real life murder
We're
encounters.
going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, soaring through
I
the
would do
Disturbing
this
true
one- I would-
Halloween
I-
horror
I-
stories.
I would do
Nah.
this one, but it's YouTube, and I'm not confident enough that YouTube's not gonna take it down if we do that one.
It's literally on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
Among Us?
Did
Oh,
you
this
forget
is
that it's
video?
on YouTube?
Yeah.
Among-
There, I've
Among Us?
opened it in another tab so we can watch that one later.
Oh, wait, what did I miss? What did I miss?
There was a
First.
creepy woman in the woods, and she was never seen again. Now we're watching Halloween.
It's like looked like she
Bro, why is the music
She
so
was just kind
loud?
of wandering around, and then she walked into the woods.
This happened
and
a
she,
few
like,
years back
seems
on
like she was
Halloween night.
stumbling around.
One of my friends
Dang,
and I
she
planned to go
walked
around
out of
the neighborhood and do the
existence.
usual trick-or-treating kids our age would do.
Oh,
We were
he's
both 12
ill-
at the
he's
time,
narrating it.
so not old enough for it
That's
to be
nice.
weird to still go trick-or-treating, but old enough to be able to go without our parents. I remember being pretty excited for this reason alone.
I'm not gonna go trick or treating without my
The first
parents.
year, we would be
I'm
able to go
just-
trick-or-treating
I
with just
wouldn't wanna go
ourselves.
with
Hey,
someone who's at least
stop.
This gave us
way
the
older than
opportunity
me.
to choose our own route
Huckleberry,
from
get.
the houses. The night was going like any other
Dude, this
Halloween
person
night.
just keeps commenting on
We
all
got our
of my
bags like
Deltoon
halfway
videos.
full when it
Same
started
person.
getting late.
Just random. I
Since
don't know.
it was around 9
Speaking,
p.m. at that
speaking,
point,
speaking of that,
around the time people
if
started
you
choosing
like
other
this video, like and subscribe right
Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah,
Okay.
promotional
Cool
segment.
game.
To me,
No,
Promotional
no.
segment.
Mr. Ender,
now.
and
The best, yes,
Excuse
and
me?
Mr. Ender.
What is this comment?
Okay, but like,
I guess that's true.
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
Could either be seen as
guys,
comforting or
promotional
not.
segment time.
Yes,
Subscribe
subscribe.
to Cole
subscribe
Game,
to
to
Chill
Cole
and
Game.
Scares. He's the
Cole
one
and,
making
Games
content.
and,
Subscribe.
and also subscribe to Mr. Ender.
If you want
Yo,
no
Yes,
uploads.
yes, subscribe to Mr.
house
Ender
lights
as
to
well.
signify they would no longer be
If
Both
you don't
of them-
want uploads.
Both of them
That's just
barely
something
ever
like that.
upload.
No, I uploaded
I
decent
was stubborn and wanted
I
to take
don't
advantage of every last
upload.
house we could. We ended up
I don't have a YouTube channel.
Before going back.
I
Me
don't
neither.
like. I don't like the
Now,
format. he's
we live in
going
a
with
nice
really with
neighborhood,
the
but
narrating.
for whatever reason, there was a huge lack of street.
We might pick it up
That's
later. I
okay.
want the murder ones.
yo, murder.
Man walking. Let's go.
The fence! No, don't get away from it. He's gonna kill you. The fence. No, Did he just walk through the fence?
No, apparently he was on the other side of it already.
No,
Like,
no, wait. This man just like walked through things. That's pretty cool. That's the scariest thing
I
I've
was
seen
as
all
young as
day.
14. I started working at
Yeah, I
various
believe
gas
that more than I
stations.
believe any of the others.
No, but it has
My town
Doritos.
was
You
small.
might watch it.
Everyone knew pretty much
Dorito.
everything, so the owners wouldn't care if I came in and
He
helped out with
walks
stuff
through
like
your
mopping the floors, stocking the
your
coolers,
doorway
or
and
even running
sees
the
you
register
being
at times.
otaku.
Guys,
For a
quiet.
small
That's
amount of
scary.
cash. And this all took place back in the early 90s in
I mean,
Florida.
it is a reaction
It
video.
was
but,
maybe
like, I'll
11 p.m.
pause
at
it
night,
to talk
and I
about
was sitting at my usual spot at a table that was set
That's
up along
true.
the windows of the gas
So we're not
station.
just stealing
I would
content.
generally spend most of the nights at that
Hey guys, look, it's funny.
table,
Might not-
reading
he might
books,
not have
and
enough to buy
periodically
chicken.
Wait,
getting
it
up
starts
to
with a
do
4
different
too.
chores. Now,
What's on the floor?
It starts with a 4.
It's a one.
Number 15,
Am I blonde?
Yeah.
It looks like a 4.
$1.69.
I just humiliated myself in front of the probably 3 people who's gonna watch
Being
this
only
video.
14, I
Yeah.
obviously wasn't allowed to be the only one running the store at any given time. It would usually
True.
be me and a manager, or maybe another employee or two.
Gas your
This
car.
night, it was me and a guy named
Yes.
Jeff.
Arco.
What was his name?
Jeff? It was him and a guy named
or
Jeff.
Maybe another employee or two. This night,
Bezos?
it was me and a guy
Yeah.
named Jeff.
Yeah, it was
Jeff was one of
Oh.
the part-time managers, and
Yeah.
usually when it was only
Guy.
me and him, he would spend most of his time in the back, which basically left me to hold down
Ampum.
In the back.
the store by myself. This night was no different.
Self.
Wait, where'd my horse go?
Self.
I remember sitting at the register when I glanced up. Something had caught my attention that was especially odd. I could see a lady who was walking up our parking lot from the direction of the interstate. Like, there were literally no customer cars in the parking lot. Now, this in itself was weird, as because of where we were located, we would get almost nobody that would walk here, especially not from the direction of the interstate. I mean, the store was practically in the middle of nowhere along a very desolate interstate. Nobody just walks this road.
Oh my god!
The interstate is paved with melee.
Hey guys, remember when I said that there was an Enderman that I looked
the mask is strat. The
Making
DND.
fun of me,
The
huh?
store was practically in the middle of nowhere along a very desolate interstate. Nobody just walks this road.
Melina said
Nobody
yes.
I
walks
figured
the
she must have
road.
broken down somewhere and was coming up to fill a gas container or use the phone to call for a tow truck or something.
Gas.
After around a minute of me watching her, I realized she didn't have a container in her hands. She then came into the store and looked around for a few minutes. The whole situation just felt off. I remember getting a strange and disturbing vibe from her, just from the way she was looking around the store.
Strange.
By this point, Jeff had come out from the back and was standing behind the
Doctor
register.
Strange.
He would occasionally do this when customers came in. The lady then walked up to the counter and started telling us a story about how her car had broken down and that she needed a ride to some town I had never heard of before. Jeff promptly responded, saying that he was working and that there was no way he could take her, as he was the manager and couldn't leave me here alone. That's when the lady turned to look at me, as if to get my response. Before saying anything, I looked back at Jeff, who looked at me with a very cold and hard stare,
Oh, he's probably gonna get in her car and she's gonna try to murder him or something.
subtly shaking
Or
his head
kidnap.
as if to say no.
Well, no, because he's
And
gonna
that
be
was
driving
my
the car.
assurance that
Oh,
I
yeah,
knew
yeah.
that he knew something was off about this lady. Now, before I could
Either that or
respond,
she's
she
getting
turned
chased
back to
by a
Jeff
murderer.
and pointed at me, asking if I could take her. Jeff quickly and sternly responded that I was too young to drive and said there was no way we could help
Oh.
her. I obviously didn't argue with Jeff about
Don't
his
you have to be
response
the
on my
same
behalf.
age to drive to get a job at the store? Don't you have to be like 16?
Can we get an F in the chat?
Actually, yes, Cole. Yes.
Yeah, but technically he also he could have lied about like not having a
You
car.
can
Yeah,
you can be
probably.
14
Either that or he
to
just didn't
work,
take his
but
driver's
like
test yet.
you are not
he's
legally
Quite
allowed
honestly,
to
this was
drive at
completely
the
out
age
of
of
character for him.
14.
Jeff was normally friendly and even chatty with the customers, and
Really?
this further supported the fact that Jeff knew something was off about this lady.
That's interesting.
Blue.
Now clearly infuriated, cussed us out and left.
Oh, that's
As
not
she
nice.
walked back down the
Dang,
parking
that's
lot,
not nice.
I kept an
Those
eye on
are
her.
no-
I agree with that. Not
Noticed
nice.
she had stopped at the end of the parking lot, right next to the interstate itself. I also noticed she was now on a phone call and waited for maybe 2 minutes when a
calling
car
Mr.
pulled up, stopped right next to her, and let her in as if the car was expecting her.
Oh, it's an Uber.
The whole situation was weird, yeah.
Then why did you
but
need them if you
never
could just
truly
call an Uber?
realized how much danger I was actually in that night, until a while later. Almost a year passed. It was night, and I was in my bedroom falling asleep as the TV was on in the background. I don't know what channel it was on. Possibly some news channel or something.
Mocha.
But regardless, something
trying
I
to
heard
tell
on the
him about the
TV
murder.
snapped me wide
Channel.
awake. I sat up to look at the TV, and was greeted with the mugshot of a lady on the screen. As soon as I saw her, I immediately knew. That was the same lady that I had been in the store with almost a year prior, and who tried to lure either me or my manager to drive her into town. I was 100% sure that was the same woman. It turns out the lady was Eileen Warnos, who was later convicted of being a serial murderer with a confirmed 7 victims who were all
Oh.
men. Eileen would lure her victims out into the middle of nowhere, and that's where she would shoot them at point-blank range. What disturbs me most is how close I was to becoming one of those victims myself. For both the way she acted in the store
She probably
and what I
just
now
killed
know
both
about
of them
her,
in the store.
I firmly believe her plans were to kill either me or my manager Jeff that night.
Why are
Survive.
eyes
This
look
day,
like that?
I still have nightmares about what would have happened
she's a
had we done
psycho.
what she said.
Just that weird.
Hold on a second though.
Yo, Atari, we're reacting to a
We're
video.
reacting to murder.
We're reacting to murders.
What?
Wait, is this actually story from him or is it from like something he's reading?
I'm assuming.
No,
he's
no,
reading
I'm
it off,
assuming-
like, Reddit or
yeah.
something.
What is
Yeah.
happening?
Corpse husband or Mr. Ballin
Yeah,
or something
look.
like that.
What? Oh, I watched Mr. Bone. But
Is
no,
this a recording?
Chilling. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, someone submitted the story.
Burger King foot fungus.
The second story is sad they have to live a week just to because of an expensive wedding.
They
See,
had to
that's
live
nice.
week to week. Okay.
They have to live.
What?
They have to live week to week,
Happened
like
to
they
me and
get
my
paid
wife back
Friday
in the
and they
summer of
just
2017.
so I don't know.
We had actually only gotten married a few months prior, and obviously because of the wedding costs, our financial
Oh my god,
situation
this is the
wasn't
scariest story ever. They got
best made it so
married.
we could only afford a
Yeah,
place to
yeah,
live
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
super
yeah,
cheap
yeah.
and that would let us pay
Oh,
week to
I'm
week.
getting scared.
But luckily, we were able to find just that
I'm
in the
getting
form of a boarding house in our
scared.
city.
Oh
The
no.
house was 3
Someone
stories
come and help
and had 4
me.
rooms,
Wait,
with a
shh.
shared kitchen and a bathroom for everyone. We moved into one of the rooms on the 2nd floor. Now, obviously with it being a boarding house, we had to share it with a few other people. The most noteworthy ones being a young couple named Jim and Jennifer, just above us in a room on the
The
3rd floor.
JJs.
Why
Jim
the
and
James?
Jim and
3 months we
Jen.
lived there, they were
Everyone
the
has
only neighbors we
names in
talked
these
to.
stories.
They seem similar
Jeff,
to us in
Jim,
both
Jennifer.
age and interests, but we usually just talked to them in passing, or even sometimes on the front porch, where we were all out having a cigarette. Though,
Don't
after a
smoke,
few
kids.
weeks, we would quickly realize that they
smoking.
didn't get along too well. It started off with small things, like hearing them yell at each other for short durations of time, or hearing one of them
Yeah, but that's
angrily leave
normal
the
for
house at
people who
some
are married.
absurd hour of the
Yeah,
night.
eventually
Yeah.
they're gonna get in
But
like
the
a
short
small
fights didn't
squabble.
last long. They would
My
get
parents
longer
fight
and
every
louder
day.
as time went on. Though, that was until one day.
Cool.
My wife and I were watching a movie,
No.
and the whole time the usual fights were taking place just above us. But right as the movie ended, we both noticed they abruptly stopped.
Okay, hold on. You know how I was saying the person kept commenting on all my Deltarune videos?
Yeah.
No.
This dude just commented, ha, big shot. And I just said, okay then.
There's sands?
Yes, we had to pause the entire video.
Yeah, we had
Don't get
to.
me wrong, it was nice to finally have peace and
It's
quiet,
interesting.
but it was completely out of
Did they
character for
get
them.
killed?
I mean, this
Probably.
never happened.
Or
They
no,
would
wait,
almost
they were probably
never
the
just
killers.
abruptly stop yelling at each other,
Or maybe
especially at
one
this
killed
point
the
in
other
night.
in the fight.
Though, even still, we both agreed that we should take advantage of the silence and try to go to sleep. And luckily we were able to. But just for me to be woken up in the middle of the night by my wife, who was shaking me and looking off toward the side of our bed.
Oh
I was
god.
tired and completely out of it.
Oh
I don't know
no.
what
Is that a
time it
bear?
was, or why I was being woken up. Out of habit, I
I think
turned over
that's
to
the
get
side
up.
of the piano.
But when I did, I could make out a man standing right next to our bed, hunched over my
What?
nightstand going through the drawer.
The peanut butter
I was in
M&M.
absolute disbelief. After locking
And the
eyes,
wife is awake to this! And she's just kind of watching this dude rummage through the door, and the dude in the drawer is
he stood
fine.
up from his hunch position and proceeded to just stare at me. I sat up on my bed, and the guy started backing
He
up
has
slowly.
anxiety issues.
I honestly
know what to
didn't know if
say,
what I was
so
seeing
just
was
stared at
real
him.
or just my imagination. But after
Should've been like,
turning on
hey,
our
my
room's
guy,
lamp,
that's
I
not pretty
realized it was our
poggers.
upstairs
You
neighbor
should just
Jim,
skedaddle
the
out of
same
here.
one who was always yelling and keeping us up late. I was a little relieved, but still, why was he going through our stuff while we were sleeping? It was completely out of character for him.
He lost a pair of
Calm down
scissors.
for a
Character
second.
of the lore.
What's up, Jim? What are you doing in our room, man? After a few seconds of silence, Jim responded by asking if he could borrow our car, or if we could take him somewhere. My wife, who was now fully awake, screamed at him no, not after he broke into her room at 3 in the morning. She told him that if he didn't leave, she was going to call the cops. And Jim responded to this by full-on sprinting out of the room. But not just the room. The dude full-on ran out the front door and down the street in a seemingly random direction. I
I
looked
think
at
it
my
ran
wife,
from the murder.
and we both agreed that something was clearly off about the whole situation.
Oh no.
Jim, what
Guys, I
At this
just died
point, we had
again.
to go upstairs and check on
Get
Jim's
an
wife,
ass in the
Jennifer.
chat again.
You should probably
No,
stop
this is-
So we
dying.
do.
Yeah, wait till
We go
we get to the
upstairs,
life.
and the first thing we notice is the door to the room
I
was
may
shut.
have fallen
It wasn't locked.
into my
I
chickens
told my wife we
and
should
got
probably just
enemy
leave her alone,
crammed.
but
I need to
she
tell you a
insisted
lot of
against
stuff
it.
about the SMP
So,
Cole, but
I
we're doing a
reluctantly
video
knocked
right
you
now.
get
and
your
shouted
After
the
the
usual
video,
hello.
after the video.
After no response, we slowly turned the doorknob
Not that
and
many
pushed the door
chickens.
open.
Oh, no.
What we saw next was straight out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
The room looked terrible, as if someone had just gone crazy hitting random areas with an axe. That's
Yep.
when we
Oh.
noticed Jennifer lying on the floor face down. We walked over to her, thinking that Jim had knocked her unconscious. But as we got closer, we realized there was fresh blood staining the carpet underneath her.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He died.
Bana!
What does that
Complete
sound?
horror, we called the cops immediately.
Fart with
We
reverb.
explained to them that we believed we had just walked into a murder scene, but that the murderer himself had already left. The police would tell us to leave the room and wait outside until they arrived.
Ran outside.
They
He
were
ran
terrible.
outside!
They would arrive not even 5 minutes
Hey.
later. After After explaining everything that happened that night, the cops set out a search for Jim. And luckily, they were able to find him around an hour later, still running down the street. After further
Wow,
talking with
go
the
on
cops,
sprint for an
it
hour?
looked like Jim was trying to find a gas station so that he could get fuel to help him burn the whole house down, with the goal of burning
Oh.
Jennifer's dead body inside.
Is that why he asked for
This
a
in
car so
turn
he
would
could
remove
take the
all
fuel and
evidence
burn it
connecting
down?
him to the murder. Though Jim would ultimately be convicted with the murder of his own wife. For the next couple of days,
Jimbo,
both
what have
me
you done?
and my
Couples do
wife
that
couldn't leave the
sometimes.
house, as every time we tried, we would be swarmed by different news reporters asking us for an interview. Me and my wife would of course move out as soon as we found the funds to do so, but still, the whole thing was insanely terrifying. I mean, in the middle of the night, we had unknowingly
Well, yeah,
come
it'd be
face to
kinda
face
terrifying
with
if
a
you
man
found your
who had
neighbor
just
dead on the
murdered his
floor.
own wife,
Yeah, your neighbor was
and
going
who
through your
was
stuff,
ultimately planning to
and
murder
then you go
us
upstairs
in the
and
process
this whole
of destroying the
and then he
evidence.
murdered his wife.
Oh, that's not very
That happened to
poggers.
me one time.
Not very poggers. Woggers of you, my guy, Mr. Jim. Mr.
Twin gets
Jimothy.
kidnapped by stranger feet Stokes twins. Darman video.
This happened 2 years
Dharma.
ago,
Getting
when I was looking
kidnapped
for a
by
very
Dharma.
large carpet cleaning
Getting
company.
kidnapped at
This will be the
3 a.m.
last one
Exactly
we
what you'd
watch for
expect.
this.
Being kidnapped at
but I'm
3
not-
a.m. by
Going
Mr.
from
Darman.
house to house,
I can't hear
deep
anyone.
Cleaning the residents' carpets with
Oh,
a lot
hi,
of different
Atari.
tools and
I'm-
machinery.
I see
I
you
was
have 2
22 and a
lives left.
female.
I have 1.
I'm actually pretty sure I was one of the only
I gave
females
Atari
working for
one.
this company. But at the same time, I really enjoyed it. And if I'm being honest, I was actually really good at the job. So,
You
because of
were.
this, I was given a lot of work, and would usually hit between 6 to 8 houses daily, driving all across multiple towns. This night, I was working
I'm gonna
late,
go watch my
as one
sister
of the
and her
houses I
friend
cleaned
play
earlier in the day took way
DBD.
longer than expected,
Yeah,
which
D&D.
of course sent me back the rest of the day.
Have a nice
I'd say it was around 7 p.m. when I had one house left to do for the day.
Bye.
Though, upon arrival at the given address, I quickly realized it was in the middle of nowhere. And after knocking on the front door, I also realized no one was home. I was annoyed, yeah, but realistically, I was the one that was late for the appointment. I decided to wait until someone came home, as I knew I'd get chewed out by my boss if I left without cleaning anything. And luckily, 10 minutes later, the resident pulled up next to my van. He was a middle-aged man, balding, wearing dirty shorts and a jacket.
Bald.
He honestly seemed a bit awkward, but was apologetic and let me into his house with all my needed equipment. Upon entering, I instantly realized the carpet and just the house in general was already unbelievably clean. I mean, it even smelled like cleaning supplies had just been used. To be honest, it was a little weird. I wasn't used to seeing
yes.
already clean carpets upon arrival.
Weird.
I was genuinely questioning whether me cleaning them would even make a difference. But regardless, I followed protocol and pulled out my company laptop to calculate how much it was going to cost before starting. Hey, do they keep track of where you are on that thing? His question caught me off guard.
Yeah.
That was an
They're gonna-
immediate
he's
red
gonna get
flag.
Yeah.
Initial shock from the question, I replied saying that it did.
Well, then how would
and that my
then
boss
how
knew
would they know
exactly
about
how
any
long
of this?
each job should take. In reality,
If he
this was a
died.
complete lie.
How would they know
The
about this?
laptop was literally just used to run a program that can calculate how much to charge a customer based on the
mean the
inputted amount of
calculator.
work. But I felt like I had to lie, as there was definitely something off about this guy. Regardless, I started cleaning. I just figured the quicker I could clean these carpets, and the quicker I could get out of here and call it a day.
Bro, he probably cleaned because
Fast
he
forward
killed
around an
someone.
hour later, and
Yeah.
I was finished.
Yeah, you
I
just
instantly
thought
met
about
up with
that?
the guy to explain I was done and how much he owed me. But before I could, he interrupted me. He asked me if I could also clean his basement carpets, as he forgot to list them when he ordered the
Oh
service.
yeah, clean his
My
base.
heart literally dropped.
Yeah, there's a
I just wanted
dungeon.
to be done with this and get out of here.
You're gonna
But
die.
my stupid customer service
He's
condition
not gonna
brain
die.
couldn't figure out how
He
to get away
might
with saying
almost
no.
die, but he's not gonna die.
The guy led me to his basement door, opened it, and gave me a hand signal as if to gesture that I was to go down first. I hesitated, but ultimately I
You're
did.
gonna die.
Once I got to the bottom, I was horrified. The basement looked horrible compared to the rest of the house.
Well, yeah.
Not
it's
only
a
was it
murder base.
unfinished with no carpet whatsoever, but there were clearly 7 deep freezers lining the walls.
Oh,
In the middle of the room was a lit, low-hanging
Get in the
ceiling
freezer,
light,
bro.
revealing an old television set, VHS tapes scattered all over the floor,
This is a torture
and an
base.
old recliner facing the TV. Behind the set were
Torture.
2 white
Good
shelves full of VHS tapes. The whole while I'm looking at the basement, the guy is
I like
stood
the
at the
sound
top of the
effects that
steps
just
blocking
happened.
the doorway with a disturbing smile on his face.
Yeah, no, he's a killer.
I looked up at him and said, yeah man, let me go get my stuff. With absolutely no intention of cleaning anything, I just wanted to get out of there. I held my breath and began to walk back up the stairs. The whole while, all I could hear was my own heartbeat in my ears.
Oh my god, dude, this
As
is
I got
like
to about
actually.
the third stair from the top, the guy was still blocking
That's-
the door, with still that disturbing smile on his face.
Push him out of the way.
I stood there for maybe 20 seconds, just looking at the
Just
guy,
ask
waiting
him
for
to
him get
move.
out of
It's
the
not
way.
hard.
Please move.
I swear, I could hear footsteps in the basement behind me.
What?
Out of
Oh.
pure
Oh.
instinct and adrenaline, without even looking back, I charged towards the guy in front of me. Luckily, I was able to break past him, and right as I did, I beelined it out of the front door and into my van parked outside. I was leaving thousands of dollars of cleaning equipment behind. But honestly,
That's
in that
fine,
moment,
you
I didn't
almost
care.
died.
I legitimately felt like my life was in
There's
danger.
a cat right there.
As I was pulling away, I glanced back at the house one last time. And I saw the same man looking out one of the windows, now with no
Call the
smile on his
cops.
face, but rather a cold, hard stare. I thought I could see another person, but
He's
I honestly don't
disappointed.
know. The whole memory is sort of just a blur. The truth of the matter
Did you not call the
is
cops?
that my boss would
He
not have
probably did.
noticed I was missing for at least 24 hours when I didn't show up for my shift the next day. The next morning, I would call my boss, tell him everything, and ultimately quit that very day. As far as I know, they got the police involved, but I try to distance myself from the whole situation, so I really don't know what ended up happening.
You suck.
PTSD
Why
over
didn't? Why
this
did you quit?
experience. That day still haunts me, and to this day, I can't explain what I found in that basement or the sounds of footsteps I thought to have heard behind me. But
Bro,
one
he
thing's for
just
certain,
liked collecting
believe
VHS
that
tapes,
man-
Yeah,
and
like, he
sometimes
just
he
liked
watched
watching
football
movies.
down
He
there.
wanted to
trying
watch an
kill me
old
that
movie
night
with you,
for
man.
Yeah, that was his.
some
That was
reason
his
or
cat in the
another.
window. But
was
the
being
cat was just
friendly.
in the basement, like using the litter
Alright,
box.
He
or
has a
something.
new cat.
Cat had
thanks people
shoes.
for watching. That was kind of scary, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a warning on. Not really a warning, but just
I'm
saying
very
that it was
scared.
scary.
Oh my gosh.
But just a little bit of a scary one. because
I'm so scared. I'm gonna die, bro.
My brain is smooth.
Atari, don't die. It's way more
Dog
terrifying.
sitting.
I'm
It's
gonna
way more
commit
terrifying
die.
having one life than it is two.
I had
And
one
now I
life,
kind
and
of
I didn't even feel the
don't
difference
want to have
whatsoever.
an egg farm anymore because I just kind of fell in the chickens and died.
Then kill
Yeah.
some of them so you don't get entity cramp.
I
No,
killed
I let them
of
all
your
out
chickens
because I
and then
needed to grab
came
my
back.
stuff.
I
can't
killed
really-
all of your
okay, hold on.
chickens earlier.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Stay spoopy.
Thank you for watching.
This is the
Subscribe.
this is the glorified
Subscribe
Halloween
to Mr.
special because I
Undead
didn't
Colgate.
upload it near Halloween.
Just go back in time and upload it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just go back in
I'll
time and
change my
upload.
date on my computer.